A secret baby showed up at my dad's funeral as the primary heir. I was standing at my father's graveside when a woman I'd never seen walked up with a teenager and announced, "This is Brandon. He's your father's son, and according to the will, he inherits everything." My brother and I had just buried our dad. Now we were about to lose our entire inheritance to a kid we didn't know existed. The funeral had been brutal. Dad died suddenly of a heart attack at 62. No warning, no goodbye. Kevin and I were still in shock, going through the motions. Then this woman in a black dress approached us at the cemetery. "I'm sorry for your loss," she said. "I'm Monica. This is Brandon. He's 16. I looked at the kid. He had dad's nose, dad's jawline. My stomach dropped. "Who are you?" Kevin asked. "Your father and I had a relationship years ago," Monica said carefully. "Brandon is his son. I thought you should know before the will reading." Before I could process that, our family lawyer appeared. "We need to talk. All of you, including Brandon." We met at the lawyer's office an hour later. Mr. Patterson pulled out dad's will, dated 6 months ago. "Your father made significant changes recently," he said, looking uncomfortable. "He left the house, the business, and the majority of his assets to Brandon Mitchell." "What?" Kevin shouted, jumping to his feet. "That's impossible. Brandon gets 70% of the estate. You and your sister split the remaining 30%. I felt like I'd been punched in the chest. Dad left everything to a kid he never mentioned, a kid we didn't know existed. He knew about Brandon for 16 years, Monica said quietly. He's been supporting us financially the whole time. He just never told you." That's when the real bombshell dropped. "There's more," Mr. Patterson said. "Your father included a letter." He slid an envelope across the desk. My hands trembled as I opened it. Dad's handwriting. "Kevin and Amanda, I know this will hurt you, but Brandon is my son and he deserves his inheritance. I wasn't there for him growing up because I was ashamed of the affair. I was a coward, but he's innocent in all this, and I'm trying to make it right. The business should go to him. He's been working there for 2 years without you knowing. He's earned it. I'm sorry. I love you all." 2 years? I looked at Brandon. "You've been working at Dad's company?" The kid nodded, not meeting my eyes. "I started as an intern at 14. He brought me on officially last year. Night shifts, back office. He said not to tell anyone who I was." Kevin's face was turning red. "So Dad's been training his secret son to take over while we thought we'd inherit the family business?" "That business was supposed to be mine," I said, my voice breaking. "I have an MBA. I've been managing operations for 3 years. Dad always said I'd take over when he retired. I didn't ask for any of this," Brandon said suddenly. "I didn't even want to come today, but Mom said I had to." "Don't play victim," Kevin hissed. "You're stealing our inheritance." "He's not stealing anything," Monica snapped. "Your father made this decision. Take it up with him." "Oh wait, you can't." I stood up, chair scraping against the floor. "This is insane. Dad had 2 kids, 2 legitimate kids who he raised, and he leaves everything to the result of his affair?" "I'm not a result," Brandon said, his voice cracking. "I'm a person, and he was my dad too. For 16 years he pretended you didn't exist." "Yeah, and whose fault is that?" Brandon's eyes were filling with tears. "You think I wanted a dad who hid me? Who made me lie about my last name at work? Who couldn't be seen in public with me?" The room went silent. The kid was right, and I hated it. "Can we contest this?" Kevin asked the lawyer. "You can try," Mr. Patterson said, "but your father was of sound mind. The will is legally solid, and he clearly stated his intentions. A court challenge would be expensive and unlikely to succeed." Monica stood up. "Come on, Brandon. We don't need to be here for this." "Wait," I said. The word came out before I could stop it. "The business. You can't run it alone. You're 16. Brandon looked at me. "I know. That's why the will includes a clause that you and Kevin stay on in management until I'm 21. Dad wanted us to work together." "Work together?" Kevin laughed bitterly. "He destroys our family and expects us to train his illegitimate son?" "Don't call him that," I said sharply. Kevin looked at me in shock. I looked at Brandon. This scared kid who didn't ask to be born, didn't ask for any of this. It's not his fault. Dad made these choices. Dad lied to all of us. We walked out of that office in silence. Kevin hasn't spoken to me since. He thinks I'm betraying him by not contesting the will. Mom is devastated, crying constantly about Dad's affair. Brandon starts at the company full-time this summer. The house Dad raised us in is legally his. The business we thought was our legacy belongs to a teenager. Everyone says I should fight this, that Dad wasn't thinking clearly, that we're being cheated. But when I look at Brandon, I just see another kid Dad failed. Am I wrong for accepting the will and working with Brandon instead of fighting for what my brother and I thought was ours, or should I have contested it?